So this is gonna be, you have to say at the same time, how we met. Okay? This is gonna be our how we met. Hi guys!
Hello.
I'm Dana.
I'm Patrick. And this is how we met.
Yeah, that was a little late.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to sit together like we're twins. Oh no! Okay. This is not easy. For those who don't know me, my name is Patrick, and okay. Take two. Alright, for those who don't know me, my name is Patrick, and I am originally from Mississippi, which is in the bottom of the United States. I joined the military when I was 23, so I went through all the boot camp stuff, you know, like, what the fuck? And eventually wound up in Washington State, which is where you happen to live.
Where I was studying. Okay, so let's talk about how we met. How we met.
Well, we met at the library. You were a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in my past video, I was talking about how I make money in the school, and I was working at the library. He come to our library for studying something when he was in military.
While you're in the Navy, they give you free money to go to school. So I went to the college to go see what I wanted to study. I went to the career counselor and she suggested I go to the library. I was interested in paramedic. I couldn't find anything about EMT or paramedic, so I walked up to the front desk and I asked for help, and she pointed me to go talk to you.
Yes. Yes, so we met in the library, and what did you do to me? What did you do for me?
Well, I didn't hurt you. What are you talking about?
What did you
do
what
to
have
me?
you No, I don't know how to say.
What do you mean, what was my first impression?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a lot less like scary. I don't know, where I'm from, all we have is begging and hooging. No different race. So like when I came to Washington State, it was like culture shock because I've never seen so many different, you know, races and stuff. So I saw her and she was Asian. And I was like, oh, it's...
And you just said she was pretty and beautiful. Which is true. If you just say that, it just looks like you're Asian fever.
So when I saw her, I was like, oh, she's really, she's really beautiful.
You keep talking. It looks like I pushed you. Which is true, but...
So I thought she was, you know, really beautiful, and she's my type. What I don't know, whatever. I was, you know, attracted to her, and she helped me find the book. I mean, I don't, you know, it's just so long ago. We made like small talk, and so I go to the table and I'm reading and everything, and then I kept just looking at Dana because I was like, you know, she's really Kiawa, and I wanted to talk to her more, so I made up I just made some question up or something. I don't remember what it was, but we just started talking more, and I asked her if she was, you know, doing anything on the weekends.
Yeah. So, do you remember our first date?
Yeah,
Our first date, he come to pick me up, and we went to Okabe. We went to Chinese buffet. It was pretty okay. Then we went to his base and just watch movie, hang out.
Yeah, so she almost got. So funny thing is obviously is not a citizen or anything. So she didn't even have a driver's license or anything. So
I brought my passport.
So how you get onto a military base is like you pull up and you get stopped by guards, and they come in and they check your ID. Well, I can let people in because I have a military ID. Well, she didn't have anything except her passport. Later we found out that she's not even allowed to come on with just a passport. So technically she wasn't even allowed to be on base. So our first date could have been really bad because they could have turned us away, which they did one time. They said, no, she can't come on base because she has just a passport. So it actually...
It's kind of random.
Yeah, it's random, but...
And then the fun part. And after that, I think I told you, I was thinking, hey, I'm not gonna meet him, maybe, yeah. Because it was okay, but it was like, okay, it was not really good date, so maybe not.
My date wasn't good to you?
No, it was okay, but I was thinking that I'm not
gonna... The secret comes out.
No, because I was thinking that, oh, maybe I'm not gonna meet him anymore. Because because I was in school. So anyway, and then later he texted me that you want to meet again, and then we hang out at my apartment. That was our second date, and I remember we had Denny's burgers.
Denny's?
You can, yeah.
Yeah. What was it, Harry Potter stuff?
Harry Potter, something Beast.
The Beast?
The new one, yeah. And then third date.
That was the one we got turned around, wasn't it?
No, third date. It was all before we date. Anyway, third date was okay too. So I was thinking, oh, maybe he's okay. He's an okay guy. Maybe I can hang out with him again. And then there was April. It was our fourth date before we started to dating. Actually, officially dating. You were coming to see me, but your car tag was expired.
Yeah.
So the cop stopped him, so he couldn't get out of the base. So we couldn't meet. We couldn't make it. We couldn't see each other because April he flight to Bahrain. So I was like, okay, we just but he kept texting me. I was like, okay, maybe he likes me. And then he asked me to do FaceTime. I was like, okay. And then I remember we had our first FaceTime on your day before your birthday. So like the 4th of May. Like, oh, happy birthday to you, blah, blah, blah. And then there was a 6th of May. We were doing FaceTime and then you asked me out.
Yeah.
You asked me that, so how is your student visa? Are you allowed to go out of Washington? Like, can you go Mississippi? Blah, blah, blah. How long is that? I said, yeah, I am allowed to stay in anywhere in America. And also I can go Canada because I have my own visa. Anyway, he asked me about all the visa stuff because he wanted to make sure that we can keep seeing each other. So he said, I think you say, I want to be your boyfriend. Can you be my girlfriend? Or I want to be your boyfriend. One of it, I don't remember. Do you remember? Of course not.
What do you mean, of course?
Do you remember?
I remember a lot of things. I said, you want to be like boyfriend, girlfriend.
Oh yeah. He said, oh, do you want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, shit. And like, I was like, oh. I was like, oh. And I couldn't answer because, it kind of like, oh, what should I do? And then he was like, oh, if you don't want, I can take it back. I was like, no, don't take it back. Okay. And then that was starting our first, officially date day. After hung out, I was go to my Korean friend and tell, well, do you remember Patrick? I said, yeah. Well, I'm starting to dating with this. Like, yeah. But after we started dating, we haven't seen each other for like more than a month because he was in Bahrain. So he was in Bahrain, that's how I remember. He come back, so we hung out, but I had to go Korea, and also he got another deployment at Italy. So we were having long distance relationship again, and then we both come back on September. We left July and then we come back September to America.
So how long have we been dating at this point?
We had dating for like 3-4 months till September, but we didn't really met a lot. I mean, we met 10 times, I guess, but we usually hang out like couple days together when we met. So it was okay, but still not enough.
Yeah, usually it was like on weekends because like it was like a 45-minute drive or something to get to her.
Like an hour, but
almost an hour, yeah. To get round trip at least to go to her apartment, your dorm.
But
yeah.
He actually come to see me every weekend, driving an hour and back an hour. So we usually hang out every weekend, even though we have a long distance relationship. And we usually hang out at my place, or sometimes we go around the Seattle and hanging out. November we starting to talk about getting married. Like we didn't really say like a married, but we wanted to be together. But I'm a student, and then next year he will be out of military, so we kind of starting to thinking about like a serious relationship.
When did you decide you love me?
I think that was July.
Before
you leave to Italy, I guess. Before you leave, our last dating was like 3 days at your island, and we staying at a hotel because I actually got banned. Not banned, but they didn't let me be in the base. So
yeah, her passport was not allowed.
Yeah, so we were staying at the hotel around there, and I was thinking about that I leave you for 2 months. I got so sad and I started to cry all night, but he didn't even know. He was just sleeping, like and then. Yeah, and I feel, maybe I love him.
Before you left
and
to
after
Korea.
that, I went to Korea and you went to Italy.
I know when I felt like I was in love with her is when some night we were talking late at night. I was working a night shift on base, and I got off work, and she was saying that she didn't feel good or something, and
I remember.
yeah. So you said you didn't feel good, and even though it was like 2 a.m. and I had worked all night, I still drove like an hour to go see her because she wasn't feeling good, and you were like, I don't remember what happened. You just weren't feeling good or something. Anyway, so even though it was late at night, I had worked all day, I still went to go see her. And then while I was driving there, I'm like, geez, I'm like, I usually wouldn't do this, because I never really felt love like I have with her. It's where I drop everything and go see her. Don't look at me like that.
Anyway, yeah, so that's the moment we felt like we love each other, but it's different time, I guess. And then we started talking about something serious, relationship around like October, November, that we wanna get married to become, together, because if I finish the school, I gotta leave to Korea, and it's gonna be like a long ass distance relationship, so we didn't want. So we were kind of making planning that we wanna, like after finish his military, we wanna go to Mississippi and be with, his family and everything. That was 2017 December, around Christmas, that we decided, let's get married. It was so like easy and quick, like okay, let's get married. It's like a nothing.
What was it? So how long total were we together before we decided to get married?
I think like a half year. It was so quick. Yeah, it was like a half year.
Yeah, it was really quick. But like, I'm in the military, and it's so weird because some people think like, oh wow, you've only been together 6 months and you're already getting married. But like when I was in the military, everyone got married like super quick. It felt weird, but at the same time it didn't because
it also has benefit if you become a military family. So we were kind of hurrying, but was okay. Like it was totally okay because we got a lot of benefit becoming a military family, and it was actually fun to me living around his base. But I had to quit my school. But it was good because I'm an international student. I'm paying so much money. Like a quarter is more around like $4,000, and I have to pay dorm money and extra money. But I quit my school because if I become a register, it will be more cheaper. So we were planning, I go to school like after he finished his military, and after we move to somewhere new, then I'm gonna study again. Anyway, all my friends was leaving my school, so I didn't even interest in staying in school because I have no friends anymore. So when we decided getting married, of course told each other's family, and my mom knew I was dating with him, but she never met him, she never see him, so she and my mom and my dad was so worried about it. So they actually decided to fly to where I live and see him, and my father was so busy, but my mom and my sister made it. My cousins met him first, so they know how like he is, so they said yeah, he's okay. So my mom and my sister come to see, and they really liked him. We had a dinner together, and we had ceremony together at the Korean church, because it has to be like somewhere like that, and then we need the person who do the ceremony. How to call her?
I don't know what the word is. I haven't lost the word.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
I now pronounce you man and wife.
That person we need. We like call her like, can you do it today? You right? Because the other guy who's supposed to do for us, I don't know, he didn't get our call the day. So we were like, oh shit. So we called her, and she said okay, and quit like a ceremony at the church. There was only like Korean few church people who helped us.
It was
my
just
cousins.
all your family, none of mine.
Yeah,
none
because
of my family.
His family is in Mississippi. Also, didn't really want wedding or anything. We just wanted to make it quick and move on. So after that, my last quarter finished in March. So we moved to our first apartment on March.
So yeah, if you watch our older videos, you'll see that. Oh man, it was not good. But hey,
It was okay. It's I don't know, but it was fun to live there because the island is beautiful where we live. He doesn't like, but I love there, and they have great view and they have ocean. It was good to me.
I mean, yeah, like the nature stuff was good, but the house, like,
Yeah, it doesn't have private room. It's
Yeah.
not a studio. It has like a second floor, but it doesn't have private room.
the lighting was so bad. There had no lighting in the living room. There was no door to separate. So like I'd be downstairs like on my computer and she could hear me like playing game and I would keep her up or
Yeah, it was so annoying.
yeah, I didn't like that place really that much. And then our neighbor,
Oh yeah,
Our-
he make always weird sounds. I really hate that.
it was like not a normal house. It was like a duplex or a condo.
I would say duplex, but
Somebody-
it was three
somebody-
houses together.
Yeah, somebody lives next door and the walls are like paper thin, so you can hear everything. And like we had some like weird guy.
But still, there was like almost $1,000 rent, which now we think, oh, that was cheap. But anyway, what was your family reaction? Tell me about your mom's reaction.
My mom said, "Be careful. She could just be after your green card and leave you."
Yeah, like I'm a spy.
Not harsh, like she didn't trust her, but she was like,
Kind of there, be careful.
you know, like, oh, you know, this could happen, you know.
Yeah.
She only said it one time, and then after that, she never said anything again. And
Good, that could be weird. But you know, if you can see our video that we had a road trip to go to Mississippi. I'm just gonna link up here. Starting to our Mississippi life. And mom say like what about stuff, but actually she is really cool and I'm really close with her. So it was, you know, kind of, you know, fun thing when we think about it.
what
Like
did
she said.
But you know, like, so what did your parents think of me? Because your mom met me, but your dad didn't.
Well, yeah, he of course like trust whatever I do.
Before we left to Mississippi, I actually met her dad. 'Cause he flew.
Yeah,
And
so
this is-
2018 September, my mom and dad flew again. And that was the first time my father see him, and then he gave
me. This is the necklace he gave me. I always wear.
Yeah.
So it's got.
because he wear this necklace for 10 years and never take it off.
Yeah, I
So it's
don't.
very meaningful.
So.
Yeah, and then he sold his gold necklace to our cousins. It's a fun story too. Yeah, so that was our kind of like a first year marriage life, and it was pretty fun. I like to live there. And then our second year was in Mississippi, which is have a lot of things going on there.
Yeah, that's an interesting place. That's total culture shock for Dana because that is not like the West Coast. Yeah, there's a lot of.
But we can talk about that later, you know, for another video. So what was your impression about my mom and dad and how, like, my sister?
Well, for me, it was awkward. I don't speak Korean, so it's weird because we're.
Can't have conversation.
Yeah,
like
we can't have conversation, and
Like
she's translating everything, and when we all sat down for the dinner, everyone's speaking Korean, and I'm just kind of like, you know, I don't know what's going on, you know, and kind of just awkward. I'm eating. I don't know if they're talking about me or.
Yeah, I mean, my mom and dad were trying. They don't speak English, but they knew a few words, and my dad called you best driver. And like my sister understanding English, so it was okay.
Yeah, talking to your sister was okay. I could tell she was nervous, but
Yeah,
but at least I could
shy.
talk. At least I could talk to her.
Yeah, it was good. And my first impression of his parents, because I remember the first when we don't touch it.
Oops.
First when we arrived to Mississippi, we went to your mom's house first, right?
Yeah.
And then she was hugging, and then she was very cool. I mean, she's very cool. She never asked me to do something. She always do everything, you know.
You gonna make a separate video on that one? Like,
Yeah, we have to make separate video of that one too because
but-
it's not about how we met, but she's really fun. So I really like her. I really like hanging out with her. And his father's impression was it was very, very like a southern person, you know. And then he looks so like Chandler, so it makes me like, you know, fun and more like a familiar, like more friendly. And he's actually fun and friendly too. Yeah, that was kind of my first impression of them. I don't know about their, you know, first impression about me, but because I'm not like in Korean when I'm with other Koreans, I'm the one who leads the conversation and it's fun. But when I'm with other Americans, sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes his family talking about like, you know, politics stuff, about like North Korea. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and just listening. It's like, okay, interesting.
Yeah, next
Okay,
topic.
talking,
No, let's not talk about that.
I'm the one fucking Korean, but okay, you guys talking, you know. But that was my first impression of them, and it's fun to hang out with them. Kind of, you know, I'm missing them too.
We've been dating since March of 2017.
No, we've been starting to dating on May 6th after your birthday.
Okay, we've been together since March. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
so if you count it from May, it's only officially 9 months dating, and because we got married after 2 days later my birthday, February 17th. We've been together officially 9 months, and then we got married. It's really fast and quick, but next to February will be 4 years.
4 years. Jeez. so fast.
We've been living in so different places together. We're starting in Washington, and we had all the road trip West Coast and South, and we got in Mississippi. So like Washington here, Mississippi here.
Yeah, if you ever seen the road trip, I mean, that was really fun.
It's really fun. Yeah, and then we living around the Memphis, and we moved to Columbus, and now we are in Hawaii, like far away.
And possibly we're thinking about moving again.
But
that's
not a video. Yeah. Oh, like how we overcome our long distance relationship. We can only meet on weekends, so because it was different. Me, I have to always texting and phone call. That's how Koreans do the dating stuff. But like Americans, they don't really texting a lot. They just call each other. So when he sleep at fucking 15 hours. Yeah, and then I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with him? Like, is he in trouble? Like, is he sick? And I got worried about everything and text him so much, and then it turns out he was just sleeping, you know?
Yeah,
so it was kind of different thing that our like different culture relationship.
Yeah, and well, in the military we work like 12, 14, 15 hours a day sometimes, and so like I sleep a lot.
Yeah.
And then we also have to exercise a lot, so we're kind of like, I'm always like tired.
Yeah. So that was kind of tough thing about international like a couple, because we have different culture. It's pretty tough, but we overcome, and we still fighting, but we love each other. So that's, you don't love me?
I love you.
Yeah. So that's how we overcome our relationship, and that was our, you know, how we met video. I know it's super awkward, you know, because we never really film like this, so it's kind of our first video together.
Yeah, it's our first vlog together.
It's not a vlog.
I don't know, whatever you call it.
I don't know how to call this one, but this is our first like a camera and face video, so it's awkward, but you know, we're gonna take way more videos about our life in Mississippi, in Hawaii, like how is life in Hawaii, how much everything, you know, blah blah blah, everything, you know, what is our plan. We're gonna film everything soon, so yeah, keep in eyes on my channel. Yeah.
I usually stay out of her videos because I don't, you know, this is kind of her channel, so I usually just, you know, pop in when she wants me to talk. But if you guys like this type of video where we're talking about our life and stuff like that, just let us know in the comments and we'll make more videos like this.
Okay, this is our how we met video, and we will see you guys on next our videos.
Bye. Okay, let's look at that.
Okay. Come on, testing. You gotta hear to see if it's good, or should we have to change the angle or anything.
How about you put it in the middle? Wow, that makes such a...
Stay right here. Don't touch it.
I'm about to touch a lot of things.
Go. kids.
That looks way better.
What did you do? It's different?
Of course I did.
No, it's going too high.
I didn't touch it.
You touched it. I heard you the sounds. What did you do?
I didn't touch anything.
Too close.
I'm trying.
There's no space for the camera.
No, second.
Shut up. You did? See, it's good light. This is the light.
Okay, now we need to see what's in the background. The fan.
Yeah, and I think we should go a little back. Okay, it's good. Okay, let's
We gotta hurry. We don't have much time.
Can you speak anything?
So it was the first day of the week, and we decided.
Okay. It's 4K, Pat. It's 4K.
That's not how you wear a hat.
You look cute though.
That's not how you wear it.
Babe, we don't have a lot of battery.
Put it the way you want it.
No, it's already late.
Okay, we love each other.
Speak. You say you want to introduce yourself. You have eye booger.
You have a mustache.
Whatever. Of course, everyone has hairs on their face.
Do that with Matt.